Hey guys, Mike Iser here with you guys today, and I thought I'd take the time to go over this 90-day goal worksheet that we got on our trip to Honolulu, Hawaii. This was actually part of our training, and there are a couple of important things that are gone over on this that I think a lot of people should look into for themselves. Questions that people should look into for themselves. One of the most important things that he stresses here is how having a crystal clear vision of exactly what it is you want, exactly what it is you're moving towards, is essential for your success. And so he tells us to take the time to fill this form out, to find out exactly what it is we want to achieve in the next 90 days. And by doing this, by actually writing this out and taking the time to figure the answers to these questions out, it'll help draw us to the reality, to the new reality that we want to manifest for ourselves. So the first thing that we do is we have to write out our income goal. So our income goal 90 days from now. How much do you want to be earning 90 days from now? And if you're looking at something like $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month, in this business, believe it or not, that is actually lowballing, so to speak. In this business, you should at least be shooting for $30,000 a month, because believe it or not, $30,000 a month in 90 days is very possible with this business model. So the next thing that you have to do is you have to go into why do you want it? What are the emotional and material reasons as to why you want to have this income? So for me, what I personally wrote down was, I want some more time freedom. I also want the ability to do what I want when I want to do it. I also want to buy a Lamborghini. That's one thing that I want, material thing that I want. I want to travel 1 to 2 times a month. I'm also thinking about moving to the US for a couple months out of the year, and just seeing what it's like to live in the US. And I'm from Canada, by the way. I never mentioned that before. But, I also want the enhanced self-confidence that, I can do whatever I want to do in life, that there's no boundaries, And that'll come about when you manifest something that is, as well, from where I am now, like a lot of people would think that making $30,000 a month is, quite out there, right? So that would stretch your boundaries, stretch your mind regarding what you feel is possible for yourself. And if you can do that, if you can achieve that dream, that goal, that ambition that you once thought was, kind of out there, that will do things for the way you see the world, right? So, and also I don't want to have to worry about money anymore. That was the last thing that I gave here. And what evidence would there be that you're on your path to achieving your goal, to achieving the goal that you've set? Well, I wrote down here that I'd see weekly deposits of $7,500 into my e-wallet account, because that would mean that I'm making, if I was making that much a week, around $30,000 a month, right? It's always good to break things down into the smallest unit possible. So then, like if you look at a goal that's too big, it can seem like unwieldy, like $30,000 a month, right? So if you break it down into a weekly goal, then it's more manageable sometimes, So that's that. And what rewards would you give yourself, for achieving these goals? Well, for me, a plush new leather chair. Mine is really worn out right now. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's a frigging mess. I really need a new one. Also, a nice new laptop computer. Okay? And what else can we go over here? What would your environment, what would your surroundings look like as evidence that you're on the right track? Well, one thing I put would be a nice new set of clothes in my closet. I mean, I've got some nice clothes, but I'm the type of guy that I like to dress nice, you know. And to be honest, I haven't been focusing too much on the way I look. Like I've just been wearing whatever, and yeah, I'd like to, like, you know, get some nice new clothes and start dressing sharp again. And then asks you over here to write out a clear description of your goal, and you're supposed to describe your goal as it's already happening, you know, in the present tense, in the first person present tense. And you're supposed to include as many senses as possible. So like sight, sound, touch, and get as much of that in there to really make this feel real, to make it feel like it is actually happening now. This reality is present now. This reality where you're making all this money, you know, in my case, $30,000 a month, is happening now. You have to visualize this using all of your senses, and when you do that, it starts becoming crystal clear, and that crystal clear vision will pull you towards it. So I wrote, I, Michael Iser, am sitting on my new plush leather chair, logged into my Empower Network back office e-wallet account, and seeing $7,500 deposited weekly into my bank account. Now as I lean back, breathe in the aroma of my morning hot coffee, and take a celebratory sip, I smile, content in my accomplishment, in my ability to manifest my desires. So that's what I wrote. So the idea is to keep impressing this image on your mind several times a day, and soon it will be locked into your subconscious, and it will almost draw you to that reality, you know. So yeah, I thought I'd just go over that with you guys. That was my personal answers to all those questions. So, you know, you should try this exercise out too. Try writing it out. Don't just do it in your head, guys, because there's something magical that happens when you put the pen to the paper. It's like solidifying your vision in this reality by doing that. If you just think about it in your head, it's just in your head. It's not real yet. I mean, when you do this, when you put it on paper, it just becomes more real to you, and it just feels more real to you. You have to just trust me on this. Just try it. Trust me, okay? Don't just close this video off. Like, actually try this. That's the best way for you to get value out of this video that I'm doing right here for you guys. So, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you guys later.